You know, these walleyes, these type of fish, they make you look good. You know, it's so often, you know, we'd mark a fish and that fish just comes smoking in hot, shoot up foot 15 inches off the bottom and just drop that rod tip. I mean, you just shake it in front of them and just boom. They're just gorgeous. Look at that. When you can catch several fish over 20 inches in a day, that is incredible walleye fishing. You know, what's incredible about these lakes, you're not going to find map trips, you're not going to find contours to help you find fish, but what's cool about this is that everything looks fishy, seems to hold fish. We're just in a classic situation where you've got a bay with a feeder creek coming in, a little bit of current coming through here, and there's a channel, and you know, that's the beauty of it, is that you don't have the human pressure. You know, there's an old saying, you gotta think like a fish to catch fish. Tell you what, in today's world, you have to think like other fishermen too and try to figure out spots that, you know, people haven't touched. Overlooked populations of fish, even if it's secondary populations. Up here, you can think like a fish because everything looks fishy, usually holds fish. Oh, there we go.
How does it feel?
Oh, it feels wonderful. There, look at there.
Nice fish. You need help?
Yeah.
Here, you can get it. There he is.
Grab her here.
Nice fish.
Oh.
Beauty. Look at the girth on that.
Yeah.
Just nice and plump and gold. Nice fish, Jason.
Yeah, just a gorgeous fish. And yeah, you're talking about the greenback. You know, obviously that made Manitoba famous.
Absolutely.
Lake Winnipeg's a tremendous destination.
It sure
There's just so much great water north here that just unbelievable. I just love the gold.
Absolutely.
The fish are just beautiful.
Yeah, and as they get bigger, they don't even lose their gold. They just keep getting darker and darker. Just incredible fish.
They are beautiful fish.
You bet. Awesome. Good job.
Look at that fish in the water. Gorgeous walleye. There.
Awesome job, man.
I love this place.
Yeah, that's great.
There comes one. Come on, eat it, eat it, eat it. Oh, there he is. Come on up here. Oh yeah, here's a walleye. Oh yeah, there. Every fish that I've marked on the Vexler just came in and ate it. I mean, they just want that spoon just to pound and.
Yeah. Well, typical when they move into these shallower bays, you know, especially with feeder creeks, they're in here feeding. It is then towards the end of March right now, but one could say they're pre-spawning, but they're going to have to pre-spawn for another 6 weeks then if they're actually pre-spawning. We have ice all April going into May, and you know there's a lot going on from here to then. So
yeah, they're here to eat.
A lot of times we're fishing basins where feeder creeks are coming in, and those fish are very sensitive to what depth they're at, and it can be increments as little as ½ a foot. And so you're going to have to drill holes sometimes from 4 feet all the way to 30 feet. And generally we tell our guests, try not to fish any more than 30 feet because of bear trauma. You know, we're catch and release here, so we don't want to hurt those fish that you're going to be forced to release. So just stay below that, and you're going to drill lots of holes and you'll find fish as well.
You can see one there. No, come on. Oh, there we go. Fish on, fish on. Looks like a good walleye. Oh man, are they tough here. Just bulldog you. There he's coming up.
Oh, what a beauty. Look at that.
Yeah, just a gorgeous.
Nice,
what a
plump
nice
fish.
Boy, they just fight hard too. They're big enough to fight hard.
Yeah, yeah. Keep the blood pumping in the heart for sure. We'll just pop this rattling bait spoon. Barbless hooks come out really easy. Beautiful fish. Just push it. There you go. Nice. There we go. Beautiful northern Manitoba walleye. Just so gold. You know, it's a valuable resource. It really is a valuable resource. Incredible. Well, let's see if we can get another one.
You know, these walleyes, these type of fish, they make you look good. You know, it's so often, you know, we'd mark a fish and that fish just comes smoking in hot, shoot up foot, 15 inches off the bottom and just drop that rod tip. I mean, you just shake it in front of them and just boom. And I tell you what, I just love bites like that. You know, you get them up in the shallow water, you know, less than 10, 12 feet of water. These fish are so aggressive, and there's times where you'll be reeling in a fish and you'll see another fish following the fish up that you're reeling in. And it's almost like, I hate to say it, but it's almost like what you'd expect pan fishing, except for you're fishing for walleyes. And what's incredible about this is that a lot of these fish are over 18 inches. In fact, a good percentage of them are over 20 inches. Oh, there he is. There's a good fish here,
Nice.
Brian. Yeah. Look at that. Good fish.
Has your arc right over.
Boy, she does not like the bottom of that ice. There's a really good fish here. Come on up here. Oh, here she's starting to come. Oh yeah, nice walleye, nice walleye. Look at
that
look
fish.
at there. Nice fish. They're just gorgeous. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
Just gorgeous. You know, when you can catch several fish over 20 inches in a day,
Yeah.
all day long,
Mm-hmm.
that is incredible walleye fishing.
Absolutely.
Just hammering that rattling blade spoon. Just a gorgeous fish. Whew. Get her in the water. Gorgeous. These fish, a lot of times they're really aggressive, and the harder you jig it, the harder cadence you have, the better reaction you get from those fish. If you just barely jig your lure, the fish will just barely come in, slowly rise up and just suck in the lure, and you'll get a real subtle bite. But if you fish it really aggressively, the fish is going to act aggressively to you. We've seen that happen so often in these remote lakes where you have a lot of fish, is that it's not just you reacting to the fish. However you fish, those fish are going to match you. So that being said, don't be afraid to fish aggressively. Knock that spoon hard. The rattling blade spoon has just been on fire. We've caught a lot of walleyes on that, not just here in northern Manitoba, basically everywhere that we fish it. And what sets that spoon apart is the feather treble. And so if you can imagine you're working that spoon really aggressively, salted shiners don't stay on the hook very well. It's very easy to lose your bait, but if you have something on that bottom treble that's just adding some flash and extra motion, it can make all the difference in the world, especially when you're in a situation like this where, you know, it's hard to find bait, it's hard to get bait, and you can't use any live bait.
So we're just putting some tip-ups out here. We're fishing inside the shack. It's a little cold outside for the fish, so we're just going to cover some water, go for some big northern. You know, the northern follow the walleye here on this lake, and so we're just hoping to catch in some of those 40 inchers. So all I'm doing is I got about a 6-inch Cisco here, and I'm just putting a number 2 hook to some 50-pound fluoro. I'm just putting the hook through just in front of the dorsal so it hangs completely horizontal, and I'm real picky with it, so I'm going to move it a little bit further ahead so that it sits completely horizontal. And then we just have to squeeze out some air on it sometimes to let it go down, and then down it goes.
Oh, we got a flag up, Brian. The flag up. We got a flag right over here. Oh yeah, look at here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. You don't always catch walleyes on big herring or tulipies, but when you do, they are big. Wow. Whew. You know, I tell you what, that bait was probably that long. You know, we had it out here for a big pike, and you don't catch walleyes too often on that, but when you do, they're just like that, big fish. That's the beauty of this, is whenever you drop your line in, you just don't know what's going to happen.